You can have a great game of higher or lower.
Horrid.
That's under the average.
Hey, yeah. Wow.
Oh, suck it.
Hold on. How we're going to start every session.
Yeah, hold on.
Ah, so close.
Can this be the roll initiative instead?
Excellent. 8. God rolls an 8 so that you don't have to.
Fair, I rolled a 4 a second ago. So.
Oui, mon ami.
Anyway. Shall we begin, gentlemen?
How many was that?
What?
99.
99.
D100.
You got 100.
To be fair, that's
got 2
about
ones.
an average.
That's my magic missile from my vision bin.
5,000 damage. It's still up. It's still up. I'm sorry, Sam. Oh no, it cast shield. Sorry.
Oh, can you imagine?
That's the funny thing, though. Like, even if, say, there was a spell like that, shield, a level 1 reaction spell, would still block it. A simple spell, but quite unbreakable. Hey. And on that note, shall we begin? Yes. Hello, everyone. How's it going? That wasn't entertaining enough. Hello, everyone. That's better. How's it going?
Swell.
Beautiful, yes.
Sorry, I'm just looking. You rolled 2 1s in that 99 D100. That's kind of funny.
If we're talking about how we're doing in session, I think we're all a little bit like down in the dumps.
Down in the dumps, maybe. Well, I mean, okay, technically, canonically.
I just watched all my friends die in a dream, Ben.
You did.
Yeah,
you did.
But then we killed a crow guy and it was fine.
But then you killed a guy and all his crows, so you're fine. So we pick up after last session. Last session was the start of the second campaign, and you guys sort of began by being invited to a party from hosted by Duncan Stoneglow, the Lord and Mayor of Lone Hill. He's creating this new Fort Jonah, in a sort of symbol of the unity of Ambyr kind of thing, all that posh bollocks. Just an excuse to have a party, really. In the party, there was lots of things you guys could do. Luke wanted some games. Matt tried to steal a gun and failed drastically.
I thought about that the other day, Matt, and it actually made me laugh out loud at work.
I had a lot of fun writing up that bit in my notes. That was a lot of fun.
Gylndan had a chat with an old friend, Moraine, and Dokrumir had a chat with some Dragonborn cooks that were in the thing. Gylndan chatted with Moraine. She warned him that something maybe was going to happen today. She couldn't see any visions past today, which was very, very ominous for her.
Die.
And she also said that someone was after her, which we can get onto more in a little bit.
The
and
gang, what was the gang
Black
called?
Talons.
Black Talons.
The Black Talons were after her because she wouldn't tell their leader, the Great Talon, his future and who will kill him.
Probably
Aramis.
Oramis.
Death threat. And later on, what happened later on? And later on, Dokrumir talked with some Dragonborn who told him that someone called Harlech was revealing a secret of a supposed Dragonborn sanctuary up in the north. We'll pick up where we last left off. You guys are currently in the where's the thing, Fort Jonah? You guys are currently in Fort Jonah. Everything is sort of quietened down now. The storm that was sort of overhead has sort of calmed down and passed. The guards are sort of licking their wounds a little bit. They are clearly hurt and bloodied, and there's not really many of them left. If you sort of think of it, I can't be asked to get rid of most of them off the wall, but they are, they're pretty badly hurt. A lot of the people are being escorted out of the fort and back to Lone Hill or back to their respective places on carriages and wagons and so forth. Moraine said that she's going back to Lone Hill to the Light of the Plains Hotel. What would you guys like to do?
I want to have a chat with my Dragonborn pals again.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find them.
Before Doc goes,
because it's.
I'll just recite everything from the vision I had,
Oh, yeah.
just for canon's sake.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I'll go into equally gruesome detail about
all
everyone died.
about how Doc got impaled through the chest by a demon, Mazzy and the other gang, and Daviak got captured by some vines and impaled by the thorns upon the vines. Oramis got destroyed by a big snake thingy on the water, and Gylndan, you were killed by Tiamat's fire and acid and poison and thunder and cold.
Bit of a kill.
Bit overkill, but whatever. Easy, mate.
You have thunder as a breath weapon.
I like to imagine it as sort of, you're literally like,
Just
open your
shouting.
mouth and literally like shouting. I think it's lightning actually. So
That
it's
makes more sense.
yeah. So it's literal
Say.
like a lightning comes out of your mouth. And
I was always a bit
kill
like
people.
Skyrim, with the dragon shout.
Yeah.
Sorry, got sidetracked.
Anyone react to that story at all? So you've just been told all of this stuff. How you're gonna die? Is it the future? Is it the past? Who knows?
So, how big was the boat?
Pathetically small.
Oh, but it had a crew, a brave crew, yeah. Like,
I wouldn't say they were brave. They're pissing themselves.
On the
The
bright
captain-
side,
There was a
those
crew.
are devils.
The captain looked like a right knob. Playing his arms about. Didn't know what he was doing.
What was the
What
you
composition of
said?
the army?
What, that was attacking or was defending?
Defending.
Ben.
It was Ambyr's army.
Yeah.
Was
So
as far as you could tell, there was no specific detail on any of that sort of stuff. It's almost like the vision tried to focus mainly on you guys, but you could tell that it was things like elves, humans, tieflings, dwarves, gnomes, halflings, in the sort of armored gear that are at the sort of I mean, pretty much. Everything other than orcs and stuff that live in Ambyr, so the gnomes, halflings, elves, and all that. They all kind of like, obviously they live and sort of work together, but elves and dwarves have their own main sort of cities they can be a little more secretive about and things like that.
Mazzy, I saw some people with you. Do you think they could be of any use at all?
I suppose.
I suppose.
Just coming out of character here. How fucking dare you? Okay, well, we'll have to hit them up later. Where are they now, those people you're with?
I actually can't remember where are they.
pick a place on the map.
Fighting in the war up north. We sort of said, unless anyone
Yeah.
had any objections as to where they think their person would have gone, they are.
I don't know, but I heard tale of a mighty warrior that could summon an army of bears.
I forgot to
wouldn't
say,
call it an army.
actually, in the vision, the bears were dead.
Yeah.
No.
That's really awkward.
That is real awkward. In hindsight, I probably would have solved their problem if they just got the bears to attack the guy and untangle them. Anyway, JJ, you said you were going to, or Dorothy, you said you were going to look for your Dragonborn buddy.
So
It
I
is.
head back over to the kitchen then.
They're not in the kitchen anymore.
Oh no.
You can make an investigation check to see if. So a sort of crowd has begun to amass in the center of the fort, like people rushing from left to right, making sure everyone's okay, being escorted out the place.
That's a
The
four.
captain of the guard is. You wouldn't necessarily be able to. You wouldn't find them here. They, as far as you know, they've probably gone. They've probably gone back to Lone Hill, or somewhere. But you probably think Lone Hill if a lot of people are being escorted back that way. So maybe you'll be able to find them there. Anyone else?
I think if we're
Anyone
done
else
with everything
like to
here,
do anything?
probably head back to Lone Hill and rest up, I think.
Sounds good.
Get some spell slots back. And some arrows.
So you can head over to Lone Hill. I won't make you do the survival checks for it because, as I said, it's like a big sort of like convoy of all different kinds of people. You guys are probably some of the last to leave, but not necessarily the last. And you can sort of see this like big line of people and horses and stuff. I guess you'd get back on Chikara and sort of like be strolling along there, and we will return to the lovely Lone Hill. Remember this? Remember this place? It's fantastic.
How could you forget? Somewhere your face is carved out of stone.
Immortalized in stone.
Yeah, for reference, your faces. So if you think here, about right there is a small like plinth, and on the four sides of this, like there's a plinth in the middle, and then on the four sides are like almost like life-size statues of you guys, each one looking very heroic and very sort of
That's beautiful.
almost like idolized, like Gylndan. Maybe you can see that your things, your like robes are a little tighter, and you're looking a little more buff. And
Fitness is my passion.
like Oramis, you've got some medals on your like some admirals and medals and stuff on you. Mazzy, like you've got like this like a thing attached to your bow, and there's all engravings all over your bow and stuff. Doc, same with your hammer, and you're kind of wielding your hammer really mightily in the air, like a kind of expression on your face. It's
The statue's also a bit taller than you are in real life.
I'm a dwarf. I mean,
no, if anything, it's shorter because you're pretty. You said you're quite tall for a dwarf, so
Yeah.
actually, it's probably a little bit shorter, just a little bit. But they look lifelike
my
enough.
nose.
They look decent enough. And so you'd head back into Lone Hill. There is a bit of a panic going on. A lot of people like talking about, oh my god, there's this big tower. Probably from Lone Hill, you'd be able to maybe just see the tower in the distance. You're back in Lone Hill. Moraine said she'd be the Light of the Plains Hotel. That's the more expensive hotel there is. There is also the Stern Glow Inn, which is, like I said, like a bit more of a Weatherspoonsy type place over in the slums, sort of over here. That is where you shacked up for a little while. Yes.
I have issue with that phrasing.
What, shacked up?
Yes.
Why?
There is an implied connotation.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain it for all the people at the back, JJ?
Okay. The implication is we're banging.
Oh, right.
We are super close.
What you guys do in your own time, on your long rests, I don't want any part of it.
That's my understanding of the implication of shacked up together.
I've never heard that in
Haven't you?
shacked up,
Oh.
but whatever. Anyway,
It
you
was
guys-
very cold up north.
what would you
when
like
we
to do?
Not what JJ suggested.
Can we go and check out the statue? Because that's the most
Yeah.
pressing. That's the most pressing issue right now.
Yeah, so you'd be led through the town. As you walk through the town, people are, like I said, very, very skeptical. But there is a sort of crowd that begins to amass as you guys walk through, especially on this quite like big elephant. Like you're sort of striding through.
I mean, should we leave the elephant?
Not all of
No.
you would be able to ride the elephant. Maybe like two of you could ride the elephant. As you walk in, sort of like
Okay,
this large
hang on, this
area
is an
here.
important question. Which one of us three is riding the elephant with Gylndan?
Yeah, whichever one of you gives the most convincing argument, I think.
Should we roll persuasion?
I'm the one that keeps you alive.
That's not very persuasive.
I'm the one who killed
Okay,
you.
Glyndon's gonna die. I hold your life in the palm of my hands.
Go on.
Well,
I'm
Oramis has
on
given
the
it a good
elephant.
start.
I can't beat that. I physically can't beat that because
Nor
I've
can
got
Matt,
minus
so I think
2
Oramis wins.
persuasion.
As he's got a
I've
minus
got minus one.
So,
Congratulations, Oramis.
Only 10 in persuasion. Bloody hell.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my God,
man
that's
is
insane.
scary.
It's like you on your attack rolls.
Yeah.
As he attacks, Oramis seduces. Maybe we should just let Oramis out to talk to Tiamat. Maybe she's lonely.
She's very lonely.
I mean,
she's been in hell for ages.
She's in a plane of hell, literally all by herself. So yes, I imagine she's probably a little bit lonely right now. Maybe that's why she's coming to Earth. That'd be a plot.
Oramis does now understand how Dragonborn are made, so...
Not this again, please.
Anyway,
so you'd
we're on the elephant.
enter through here, and as you
Ben.
walk into this sort of large open area, people are sort of, hello, yes.
Can you spend the next 10 minutes just describing these statues, please?
Boy, I can give it a go.
Once.
I have plenty of melee kills with my giant stick.
I mean, I do also remember when we first started the campaign, you rolled a 0 on damage.
Those days are long behind us.
That was the best day ever.
That was absolutely brilliant. No, so you're probably asked, like, excuse me, sir, could you get down? You know, it's a very fine elephant, but you can't, unfortunately, have it walking around the town, I'm afraid.
Do you have any idea who we are? I don't say that. Don't say that.
Do you have any idea who we
There we
are?
go.
Yes. I understand, and might I say, I'm big fans. And let me tell you, I have bought first class tickets to the play, but unfortunately, there are. Have you not? Dig. Oh. I will report back to my seniors ones. Yes, there's a play. The play of how the play of how the wicked and evil Mary Sternglow sort of poisoned and seeded her way into the courts of Lone Hill, only for her to be vanquished and her cult to be destroyed by the mighty heroes of Lone Hill. It is. I think it's coming on next week. I think it might be on next week. So I'll tell you what. If all this stuff goes, if everything still goes to plan, come back next week, and I'm sure I can get the some of the stars of the play tickets to it. I mean, that would be.
We get to the top of the floating tower and just fight Tiamat and go, we're on a schedule here, we got to get back to our play.
She starts monologuing. It's like, we've got a performance to get to.
Skip.
Skip cutscene.
Yeah, so he explains that, and obviously again politely asks that you keep the elephant at the local stable, which is like somewhere around here. It'd be like one of these buildings up here or something.
I don't think you'll quite fit in the stable.
Yeah.
It is a pretty big stable, and there are all sorts of weird and wonderful creatures in and around Ambyr. It's probably a squeeze, but there is like just they have to like the separators between the horses and stuff. They have to like undo one of those just for so Chikaro's got like two large things, and she goes and they're like, we'll keep her safe. Don't worry. And you're let into the city. Now that you're in, you can go see your statues. But as you walk through the streets, people are like, they're quite thing about what's happened over at the fort, and they've heard about it, but they are now seeing you. A couple of people begin to like clap and stuff like, oh my god, it's them. Oh my god. And then you can go see your statues and marvel at your statues however you would like. Anything anyone would like to do while they're with their statues?
Could Oramis sort of hop up on his statue and like put his arm around it, just say to the crowd of people, "Fear not, people of Lone Hill. The heroes have returned."
Roll me a performance check. to see how this goes. See how this sort of goes about. Oh, it is a mighty performance. You leap up. You sort of like leap up off. So Doc is in this sort of position, his knees bent. You on his statue. You sort of leap up off Doc's knee onto Gylndan's shoulder, and then onto the top of you, and like your feet sort of between you and Mazzy. And you stand there. Fear not, people of Lone Hill. And you're sort of saying this grand thing, and people just like begin to clap, and everything's going very, very well. And they're like, oh my god, the heroes of Lone Hill, oh my god. Being particularly happy, being very happy, and sorts. Anything else anyone would like to do while they're here? I'll take it. I'll take it not.
Just say this is some fun work.
Whoever did this
Fair enough.
should most definitely have been paid well for it. It's quality stonecraft. Is it quality stonecraft? Can I investigate the stone?
Yeah. Roll investigation with advantage, I guess. Then.
With advantage, you say?
Yes, for you're a dwarf. And have advantage on stonework, because apparently that's important.
It's an 8.
It's certainly stone.
Excellent.
From somewhere.
This is stone, you know.
It is smooth, so it has been chiseled very, very well by clearly a master craftsman. But
excellent.
That's about it.
No,
I'm quite glad you only got an 8, because I would not like to somehow describe a nat 20 of stone.
We've been on this whole journey and earned these statues for you to roll an 8 on your investigation of them. That's pathetic.
With advantage.
Yeah, that's bad.
The other one was a 2 plus 1 to make 3. So.
Anyway, what would you like to do now in Lone Hill? You are.
What sort of time of day
middle
is
of Lone Hill. It is it's probably early evening at this point. The party would have been going on, probably went on for like a couple of hours, maybe before everything happened, and then it was maybe a couple of hours walk from Lone Hill to the place. Probably maybe a little more than that. It's about.
Have a chat to
it's about early evening.
Then get arrested before and decide what we do. Yeah, if I have a chat to Marie, decide where we're going, and then get arrested and then go, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
I froze, so I couldn't hear anything there. But
we're going to talk to Marie
after what? Right? Yeah. All right. So you guys can walk over to the Light of the Plains Hotel. This grand sort of place. The outside of it, the hedges like trimmed to look very, very fancy and in all sorts of shapes and stuff. The place itself has got a new lick of paint. It's really, really fancy. There's banners along the sort of side of the building and everything like that. And as you walk in, you're sort of greeted by this woman. And the heroes. Please, will you be staying here tonight?
Indeed, we will.
I thought we already had lodging somewhere else, but apparently we're.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't. Sorry.
Do you have lodging somewhere else?
I thought we stayed at the.
We're in the ship place.
Yeah.
You're in the. Have you bought rooms in the ship place?
I thought it was implied by we met up in Lone Hill and we met up there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
We're dirty cheapskates. Let's get that off.
dirty cheapskates. I like it. So someone was like, okay. To the bar then.
We're just here to meet someone.
I'm guessing. Right there.
Decided where we're staying yet.
Oh, who would you be meeting?
A lady.
A lady.
She has a very distinctive tattoo on her forehead.
Yeah, Gylndan's never met a lady before.
Yes.
Don't know what you mean.
Oh yes, yes. I know the woman you're on about. She is in the bar. I think she is waiting for people. So I guess you must be them. Go right on in.
Fucking genius,
aren't you? She ushers you sort of into this larger bar area. As you walk into the bar, Moraine gets up and begins to greet like, Gylndan, I'm really glad
Alright.
I'm really glad you're okay.
Hello, this is
I guess
this is
these are your.
Dokrumir, the dwarf.
Hello.
This is Oramis, Captain Twat. This is Mazzy, the destroyer.
Interesting names. And then she looks at Oramis. She kind of looks him up and down, and then gets particularly terrified. And then Oramis, can you make me a strength saving throw?
Oh dear.
As you sort of see her pull out her dagger from behind her and try and grapple you.
I think Luke's frozen.
I think he is too.
Or is that he's building the tension?
Sorry. My internet cut out a bit there. I'm making a strength saving throw. Oh.
Not quite good enough, I'm afraid. She, so you sort of see in this sort of one moment, she sort of looks Oramis up and down, and then immediately like flicks this dagger from behind her, sort of runs up behind him and has her dagger to his throat. It's like, I told you fucking people to leave me alone. Do you hear me?
I'm gonna cast hold person on her, and she goes for Oramis.
Alrighty. Roll hold. What's the DC for hold person?
I mean, we have just lost Oramis, but
Yeah, he's dead.
The save is 15.
So that's an action, isn't it? Oh, I guess you could reactionarily do it.
No, it's like she's gone
15.
to like grab him, and so then like as she's grabbing him, I'm casting.
Right. Okay. DC
Wisdom.
15. Wisdom. Oh, she rolled an at 20.
Fuck her.
Good start for Moraine.
Can I try and soothe her with some? Just say, Rain, let's just all calm down here. What's the meaning of this?
Do you not know your friend's a fucking Talon? And she like presses the knife sort of into like into the thing of his neck just a little bit harder.
No. I understand what's going on here. He picked that up off a corpse in a crypt raid that we did. It's fine.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah, I trust Oramis with my life.
Oh,
Because I'll give him the divination roll and that'll save me.
She sort of thinks for a moment, looks at Oramis again, and then lets him go. And like, oh my god, I'm really, I'm so sorry. I'm so
Crazy
sorry,
bitch.
What a start this is. She's a lovely person, I promise.
I mean, you'll have to understand that they're after me. They've already kidnapped me once. I see a man I've never met walks in with one of their braces with the sigil over it. I mean, you can understand. I'd be a little bit tentative. I'm really sorry.
That's a
You ever heard of asking a question?
Pardon, sorry?
Ever heard of asking questions?
Well, I mean, there's asking questions, and then there's asking questions to the Talons. I mean Jesus.
Shoot first, stab later. I mean, stab first, shoot first. I lost it. Fuck it. You know.
That's pretty good bit of advice, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm. Please let me buy you a drink, please. What would everyone like? Go find a seat somewhere. I'll bring them over.
I would like one of the most expensive drink on the menu.
That's fair enough, I guess.
I'll have a whiskey, please.
Whiskey.
Anything from the Hawksmoor region is good.
Excellent. All right. Gylndan, could I speak to you a moment, please? Could you
I'm just drinking my whiskey. Yeah, go on. You didn't have to.
She ushers everyone to go like take their seats, and sort of tells Glenn to come help with the drinks, whatever. And at the bar, she orders the drinks, and as they're sort of being prepared, she looks over at Sam like, "So, I'm guessing by the thing you had. You had a vision in the fort."
Yeah, I'll just shudder a little bit remembering it and just go, yeah, I think we had the same vision, Marin. Or maybe a similar vision. What did you see?
Well, I was in a castle, and I was ushering people into safety. I wasn't exactly sure what for. And up on this tall tower, there was you. You were firing off spells from your staff, and suddenly everything went cold, and there was a loud 3 cracks of thunder, and something saying they had returned. What is going on? You said something. It wasn't the right place to tell me something back in the fort. What is all this about?
If I'm gonna tell you what's happened in the last 2 years, Moraine, I think we need to agree that we're going to trust each other again.
All right, I guess so. But in order to trust each other again, I just have to ask: why are you lying to me about having a vision?
What do you mean?
No one can have a vision like we did and be able to do what you did afterwards. And I mean, the only reason I didn't help out in the fight was because the vision took all my spellcasting out of me. I should have done the same for you. What is that staff? Is that staff of yours? Does it have any spellcasting properties or something?
No, I do have a. Can't think of the name for it. Arcane focus.
So do I.
Most wizards do. Oh, maybe it's because you were near, Moraine. It's always stronger when divination's done together. Like I've told you many times.
Well then, why did it not affect me? This is it's weird. Well, I'll trust you, but you might want to look into that. That's I've never heard of a divination wizard who can have a vision like we did and still be able to carry on afterwards. Usually uses up a lot of spellcasting potential. Whatever. Anyway, let's take the drinks to your friends, and we can discuss what's happened there. She'll pick up this tray of drinks and take them over to everyone else. And she'll sit down and say, "Okay then. So what is it you were gonna tell me? What's been happening?"
Did you leave before the Crowman came in? King of the Crows?
I saw him. That's why I asked you about your thing. I saw you all fight him. I was inside, in the hiding away in the barracks. I'm sorry I couldn't help. My spellcasting had been taken from me, used up on the vision.
That's okay. If we're trusting each other, Moraine, essentially in the last year and a half, we all set out on a quest together. We were hired by a little ginger. Is he a gnome or a halfling?
Yeah, it's a gnome.
It was a gnome. Little ginger gnome called Angus, who believed that the dragons were worth investigating. And to cut a long story short, we essentially became the guardians of the Dragon Kingdom up north in the mountains.
Doc is going to shoot Gylndan and look at this, just being like, what the fuck?
She's my mentor. I'm going to say it. She's my mentor, Doc. I do trust her, even if we did leave it on bad terms.
You can't be You're telling me that the dragons are still alive?
Yeah.
They died out years ago.
Crap.
Oh my god.
Sorry, is that a canon thing, Jason, or is that
Doc gets leg cramp.
Yeah, Doc gets leg cramp. He's trying to change the subject.
Yeah, she seems pretty like bewildered and stuff, but then she's like, well, I guess my vision makes sense then. I said I had a vision of you lot fighting a dragon, I guess. I mean, did you kill them all in the end then, or?
No, we one was possessed by Tiamat, so we had to fight him, but we didn't kill him. There were 3 up there. One of them died in the conflict, and that's 2.
Oh.
But there's eggs. We're in.
Oh, well, I guess there's still hope for that then. Did you say Tiamat? What's a Tiamat?
Did you not see the giant 5-headed dragon in the vision?
No. Unfortunately, I was within the castle, but I did hear something. God, it still still terrifies me now. Something about someone
Tiamat
returning.
was the god of the dragons and was then evicted to one of the 9 hells because she was a bit of a tyrant.
And I think we might have fucked her off a bit.
What the hell have you all got yourself? What the fuck have you all got yourselves into? What the? See, so you're telling me that vision might. She's. If that was a vision of the future, that means she's coming back, and she's coming back with a fucking. She's going to kill us all. What the?
We're hoping to avoid that.
So that tower.
Can the future be avoided?
Well, I guess.
This
It has to be in this case.
This is kind of, well, just so outside of being in canon, this is kind of what Moraine and I disagreed about, was that she thinks you see stuff and it happens, whereas I think if you see things, you should be able to change them if they're a negative outcome. And that's kind of where we had our split.
Okay.
So I think what we've seen could be changed. That's why I believe we should go and do something about it.
Well, I guess we should all make our peace with it then. I don't really know when it's coming, but clearly soon if you're pissed off at God. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she's got to come back from hell.
Is there any chance of getting his help, Moraine?
Getting whose help?
The Jesus Christ you mentioned.
Shut up.
I apologise for him, Moraine. He's one of a kind.
Yes, certainly seems like it. God. So what's your plan then? If any.
Well, I don't think we've had much time to discuss it since the conflict, but I think we need to unite the kingdom. I think it's very divided at the moment. It would be too easy for Tiamat to come in and take over if everything's divided.
Yeah. No, I agree. There's no way the army's going to be able to face off against whatever horde. Half of them are up fighting the orcs and half of them are down here, but oh God. Well,
what will you do, Barry?
Make my peace with things, I guess. Make the best of life while I can.
Like usual.
Right. Just
let's not get back into this, Gylndan. It's been nice seeing you, but I think I'm gonna retire to bed. Today's been a bit of bit hectic. And she pulls out like a couple of coins from her purse and puts them back down on the table. Buy another round on me, please. I'll see you all tomorrow or whatever. If you get a chance, I would like your help with the whole talent situation, but otherwise I'll be fine here. Thank you.
Will you be staying alone here for a bit?
Yes, I have a arrangement with Mr. Duncan Sternglow. He, like me, has had some problems with the Talons before. He's offered to give me refuge here, keep me hidden away from them for a while. I'll be in this hotel if you ever need me. Pretty much holed up in Lone Hill for the minute. Yeah. See you later. And she sort of like takes her drink and sort of like goes upstairs. She's looks pretty, I guess, upset. Realizing that, this is a vision of the future and we're all gonna die. Because some god of dragons has come back or whatever. But yeah, what would you guys like to do now? You are in the tavern. You have a little bit more gold for, to buy like another round of whatever. What would you like to do?
Where do we go?
have another bev.
Yeah, a couple of constitution saving throws.
Can everyone make me a constitution saving throw, please? That's one pass and one fail. That's a pass from Mazzy. Sam, you're not tipsy. An advantage.
That's a good place to be.
It is. Doc, you've just passed. and Oramis, you've passed both.
It's a sailor.
It is a sailor. Yeah, Gylndan, you're now tipsy. You have advantage on charisma-based throws. No, I think it's intimidation and persuasion. I think it's persuasion. Yeah. Until you're no longer tipsy. What would you like to do now? You're in Lone Hill. It's evening by this point. It's dark. Guards are sort of like patrolling the streets a little bit more than usual tonight. Clearly, after everything that's happened, more guards have been put on the walls and stuff as well. Given the fact that things are still like every couple of hours or so coming out at the top of the tower. Yeah. What would you like to do? Just gonna head to bed, or
Let's get our next
We need
move.
to work out what our next move is going to be.
yeah.
I would
What
like to help Rain with her situation, but I understand that the tower in the sky is also quite pressing.
If we sort out the whatever they're called,
The Black Talons.
the Black Talons, then she may be able to help us
Yeah,
in return.
I can have stronger divination visions with her there. So, but
Yeah.
I think the Black Talons are based in the capital, aren't they? Did you say that?
They are based in the capital, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going there possibly anyway, so we can deal with it when we get there.
I need
Yeah.
to find a man called Harlech and have some words with him.
Where is this person?
I don't know.
Okay.
Razzie, what would you like to do?
I'm not too sure, to be fair. So right now, I might as well just have another drink because I clearly didn't get drunk.
Fair enough. Roll another Constitution saving throw and take 2 silver off of your.
I got drunk this
you
time.
failed.
I hit the spot.
For now, you're now a bit tipsy with advantage on persuasion and intimidation checks. So what? The next move, obviously, JJ, you wanted to find this Harlech. We can sort that out because that is a bit more regional. Because, like I said, the Dragonborn you were talking to, probably gone back to Lone Hill as well. So you can try and talk to them if you want. If everyone's happy, you can head back to the Stoneglow Tavern. And if there's nothing else anyone wants to do in the evening, you can end the day there. Refill health spell slots, all the nice stuff,
All the jazz.
all that jazz and nonsense. Oof. Pardon moi. That's a 13 and a
I'm gonna roll
12.
that again. That's not very good.
I'm just going to pop to the
That's slightly better.
bathroom.
That's an 11 and a 17. Nice.
List on my
Luke said he was going to the toilet. That's cool.
I'll swap out spells. I'm gonna get rid of that one for now.
Yes. Yeah. Red flag with a yellow C or white and a star.
Okay.
Sorry, say that again.
Red flag
Red flag.
like a C, which is a Christmas star. Quite important.
Turkey?
She remembers the
Turkey
Don't hear us.
Yeah.
Yellow's interesting.
turkey hats. Thank you.
Well, have you got the picture there?
Who can help out on the quiz?
Who can text Hattie or Luke the quickest? Having not really thought of much to do, I think I'm going to also, Ben, go out and buy some more arrows.
Go for it, mate.
I need 2 more. Just completely stock up.
Yeah, I guess you can. I'd imagine you wake up, get up pretty early, head to the blacksmith, buy 2 more arrows.
You do.
I think that's like 4 copper. So just take 4 copper off, and you'll be sorted.
Sorted. Thank you very much.
I need to send a message.
JJ needs to send a message.
Yes, I need to send a message using the spell sending. No, one sec.
Why do you need to send a message, JJ?
Because I need to send a message to my mentor.
Hey.
Would you like to hear the message? Or are you just reading what sending does?
I'm not reading what sending does. I'm not sure if you want to wait for Luke to get back. Or...
Yeah, I'll have to wait for Luke to get back so you can...
Send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in mind, recognizing you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately. The spell enables creatures with intelligence to have at least one to understand the meaning of your message. You can send the message across any distance and even to planes of existence, but the target is on a different plane than you. There is a 5% chance the message doesn't arrive. That's a weird amount, 5%.
Well, it's like it's almost guaranteed, but...
Yeah. Let's wait for Luke to get back in 2 seconds. If anyone else needs the toilet, now's probably a good time to go.
Should we have a break? Or is that too early?
He's back now. It would have been a good idea, but he's back.
Would probably have been a good idea to
We'll have one in about 10
break.
minutes or something.
We'll go on one way.
Sorry, peeps.
It's okay.
What was the flag?
It was turkey.
It was turkey. Well done, JJ.
Could you hear all that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Most of it, yeah.
But then we tried to shout answers to you, which I'm guessing you couldn't hear.
No, I've got headphones.
JJ is going to send a message to his mentor using the sending spell.
Is that the man you're looking for, JJ, or are you looking to speak to your mentor? Is that someone else?
Doc is sending a message to his mentor. Would you like the message?
Yes. What is
So
the
I'm
message?
interested to see what your reply is like. The message is, someone called Harlock has loose lips. I'll investigate. Be on guard. We must be more careful. Met Dragonborn heading north. Stay safe. Need anything.
Or have to give me a minute to come up with a reply because it can only be 25 words, can't it?
25 words, yeah. I spent a lot of time counting words and
I guess
adjusting the phrasing to try and cut words down and increase words elsewhere.
Probably just send some back like we'll keep an eye out. Harlock. Oh no, she might know. No, she would know because of the okay, she probably sends something back like that treacherous thief.
Oh, good.
That treacherous thief. Find her and shut her up. Don't need anything. Thank you for the warning. Something along those lines. And that'll be her message back to you with the sending spell.
Oh, good.
So Matt, you've so everyone's woken up from their long rest. You're in the Stern Glow Inn. As you guys probably came in last night, there probably were closing down, but there probably was a little bit of a almost like a celebration because Heroes of Lone Hill coming into the more rowdy sort of pub. But you were able to go upstairs and rest. You woke up in the morning. bright, early new morning. Mazzy heads out to the local blacksmith early to get to just restock a couple of his arrows. What would everyone else like to do? Dokrumir, you are going to investigate this harlot, try and find out who she might be.
Yes.
So, if you and whoever else would like to help Dokrumir investigate this harlot, could roll an investigation to try and sort of look around.
Well, I was thinking I would head to anywhere that's likely to have more Dragonborn servants. I remember there was some at the Sternglow place.
Yeah, there was some. There
so
was some
I might
at the. There was some at the. Some of the sort of not palace, but the sort of manor.
Yeah,
the
mayor's-
Sternglow manor, the mayor's office. The mayor's office sort of place. So yeah, you can head there.
Head over there and see if I can find any Dragonborn to ask.
Yeah.
Is everyone coming with me, or
I mean, I'm happy to.
does anyone
I
want
was
to
just
ask
gonna
any
say-
questions, or is everyone just happy to roll with Doc's plan with no
I
information?
mean, we've been through a lot, so I'm happy to roll with Doc, but I would like to pop to the blacksmith and purchase some upgrades on the old hand crossbow, which I didn't sort out before the
Well, you could
season.
have come with me. Let's say you came with me at the beginning. Then.
Yeah, I'll go with Mazzy.
Yeah.
Mazzy to the blacksmith.
Yeah. We can say that you went there with Mazzy. You can you walk in. It's this quite burly looking dude. I think you actually met him before. You did go to this place. The last time you were there. What would you like? What upgrades would you like? There is a upgrade for the range, upgrade for damage. That's pretty much it. Range and damage.
How much for both?
How much for both? That would be 150 for both.
Is there not a buy one get one cheaper discount?
No, not
Is this the guy
not
that threw
necessarily.
Oramis out
But
before?
this is the guy that threw Oramis out before. But obviously, you can try and make a persuasion to maybe get the price down a little
You're in
bit.
good form.
But what would you say to get the price down?
Listen, to have the custom of the foremost hero of Lone Hill, that would be excellent for your business, and I'll happily tell everyone I know to come here and top quality service from the blacksmith.
You're asking him to do this for exposure.
Not for exposure, just for a discounted rate.
For exposure.
All right, so make that 120. 120
Definition of a cheap
gold, and I will really
110.
quickly. 120 final offer. That's already 30 gold off. Come on. And I
Fine.
will really quickly edit your hand crossbow. So now your hand crossbow has a. What's the range? It's not on here.
It's 30 feet
That's-
for a hand crossbow, isn't it?
It is. It's 30/120, whereas
I wanna say
now
80.
it is
But it could be
30,
It's
80.
not very far.
Might be. Look it up for me.
I'll look at Russ quick.
We've always done 30 before, but I don't know about with disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah, the-
what
The long range.
It is
it is 120, you're
wet.
correct.
Sweet.
Wow.
Now it's 50. No, now it's the range of a light crossbow. JJ, could you look me up a crossbow?
I have it on my sheet. One moment. Okay, light crossbow is 80 feet. Oh, I don't have the long range on my sheet. I'll grab that.
80 feet. So your hand crossbow is now
It's 80,
80.
320.
slash. I'm not going to go 320. That's pretty damn far for a hand crossbow.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
that's
160. 160.
What is this guy doing?
Sort of doubled.
Make it fire that
range.
much further.
He's you watch
That's
him
just
sort
giving
of
me a trebuchet.
unstring the crossbow, and he sort of restrings it with this almost metallic looking string that has a bit more of a sort of springing effect to it, and it'll kind of fire your things faster. He also adds these grooves into the like holding bit for the arrow to make it fire a little bit more sort of sturdy. a little bit sturdier. He also replaces the arc of the bow to get the damage upgrade a little bit better with a sort of better made like metal alloyed arc. So it has a little bit less. It's a bit more rigid, basically, so that it can fire further and hit harder. And the damage is 1d8, which yes, we did change that to 1d8, so that's fine because it should be 1d6. It's now 1d8.
Wasn't it 1d8 before?
No, it was 1d6 before. I changed it to 1d8. I remember changing it to 1d8, but I'm not sure when. I think I changed it before. But yeah, it really was. Hand crossbows aren't great, but the thing is, you can use them with one. You obviously use them with one hand, so it's not like a double crossbow where you can sort of do it with other sorts of stuff. So that's your hand crossbow upgrade. We will shoot over back to JJ. By this point, by the time you sort of by the time all this has happened, we could probably say it's like around maybe 10, 11 o'clock. So if you guys want, you can go with Dokrumir to the Stoneglow Manor, to the town hall to talk to thing. As you walk in,
have any questions they want to ask as we sort of walk over?
Who are we going after and why?
There's someone called I need to find, and I will then explain basically everything I did in my year off, which was I went to see my mentor initially. Well, I spent some time learning Draconic with Angus. I had a chat with Albers about the plight of the Dragonborn in Ambyr, and I went to see my Dragonborn mentor, and we set up a little Dragonborn village in the sanctuary, for where the unlucky down on their luck Dragonborn can go. It was supposed to be a secret, however, this Harlech seems to be less trustworthy than first thought, so I need to go have a word.
Was Harlech a Dragonborn that came to your place, or?
I don't know. I don't think I met them.
No, your mentor Meredith would have gone and
my
met
mentor
people
Meredith to speak on our behalf, Dragonborn to Dragonborn. And I sent her a message this morning, and she told me to shut up that thieving traitor. Or traitorous thief. So...
Do you think she's around here?
I spoke to some Dragonborn at the party yesterday who said they spoke to her. They learned of the sanctuary from her, so I'm hoping to find them again and ask some more questions, or find someone else who might know where Harlech is.
Okay then.
Nice.
All right.
So you walk into Stoneglow Manor. There is as you walk in there, like having breakfast. You sort of walk in, and you're led by a couple of guards. They know you. They've seen your statues, and they've seen you there before from the year before when you came in after solving the sort of issues with Mary Stoneglow, or Mary Barronhill, as she's also known. And you continue on through, and they take you to Mr. Duncan Stoneglow, who is enjoying his sort of breakfast at this quite large table. He's like I said, he's kind of old. He's like maybe like in his mid-50s, early 60s. He is a little bit chubby, and you can see he's like chomping down on his breakfast. Around you are a lot of Dragonborn, a lot of like Dragonborn servants and stuff, who are most of them dressed quite regal, quite fancy, sort of around the area. So if you want, you don't have to. You can just say to the guys, "No, we don't. We're just here to talk to a couple of people," and you can chat to a couple of the Dragonborn around. What would you like to chat to them
Yeah,
about? Just maybe like approach
I
this.
don't have to talk to the mayor directly. I'll avoid it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so I'll talk to, and I guess, unless I recognise any of the servants around as the two from the kitchen.
No, probably not.
I
They probably
didn't ask any names. So
yeah.
I guess I'll just pick one at random.
Yeah. Yes,
and
you approach this one
actually, I don't know, maybe
dragonborn. He's a red dragon.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know whether I'll pick one at random or whether I'll try and go to the kitchens to see if the ones I spoke to the other day, yesterday, were there.
You can do either.
Yeah, let's say I head to the kitchens to find them.
Yeah, okay. So you ask the guards to take you to the kitchens, a bit confused and stuff. They're like, you want to go in there? All right. And they'll take you into the kitchens. It's quite a large sort of kitchen. A lot of different workers there, and you can see these two dragonborn in the corner, amongst a lot of other sort of humans and elves and all sorts of chefs and stuff like that. There's these two sort of dragonborn in the corner just washing pots and stuff, and you recognize them as the ones you spoke to the other day. They're pretty pleased to see you. They don't know who you're, don't know about the people you're with, but they're pretty pleased to see you, or at least the younger one was. And he's like, "Oh, hi. What are you doing in here? Is there anything we can help with?"
Yeah, I came to have a chat. I was and this will all be in Draconic. Just came to have a chat. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about this Harlech. Where can I find them?
Oh, Harlech. Well, no one really knows. She's okay on the. She's not exactly on the side of the law. She's a. We don't really know where you'd find her. She sells things to Dragonborn from time to time at a cheaper rate. No one really knows when she ever comes into town or anything like that. But she usually does. I mean, she's always here every couple of weeks. I don't really know. Maybe I might not be the one to ask. If you go into the slums district, I know she hangs around there whenever she comes. If you go into the slums district, I'm sure you can probably find some people who'd know when she's meant to be arriving. In the northwest of town. The busier the place looks, the better, I guess. I'm sorry we couldn't help you more.
That's okay. And I'll just hold out a hand and be like, "Doc, by the way." Sort of shake hands.
Hi. Hi. My name's Tila. Shakes her hand. The other one's just continuing with his pot wash. He doesn't want to be told off. After a little while, the some of the chefs sort of come over and excuse me, he's got to get back on with his work. Go on. And the guy just continues to sort of scrub pots and things like that. But if you're done there, you can.
Yeah. I was sort of...
Excellent. Unless there's anything Mr. Sternglow or anyone wants to talk to. You can head to the slums district. Make me an investigation to see if you would know, to see if you can find anyone in the slums worth talking to. Sort of asking around about.
Obviously, explain to everyone what I discussed, and where we're going and why and stuff, and I'll just fill them in.
Okay.
For fuck's sake, that's an age.
That's fine, because Gylndan brought up the rear. He is concerned and sort of walking around asking, being fairly discreet. People seem to know of her, but no one really knows much. But as you're sort of walking past this sort of alley, you just hear this sort of conniving voice "Harlech, you say? I might know a thing or two about her. Maybe. For a price." And out comes this Dragonborn. He's green. He wears a lot of robes and a shawl over his head. He's got a scratch across the sort of side of his face. And he kind of stands there "What would you like to know?"
I need to talk to her.
I'm sure a lot of people would these days, but not many people knows where she is. She's a bit of a odd character. But I, in fact, know where she will be, where she is every single week. Maybe I could tell you. Maybe.
Could I do an intimidation?
Yeah, sure. What would you say as an intimidation?
Just want to like grab him by like the collar of his robes or whatever.
Well, we're going full on.
And just sort of flash the hidden blade up by his face and just say, "Tell us what you know."
Did you say like you're gonna like push him up against like a wall or something like that, or like?
Yeah.
Make me just a brief strength check just to see if like they don't sort of get out of the way in time. That's pretty good.
That's a strength save, but strength.
I'll take it anyway. They got a 5. So yeah, you're able to sort of push them up against the wall. You take out your hidden blade. You're like, oh, Talon, what has Harlot got herself into? Oh my! Please don't hurt me. I'm a friend of the Talons. Harlot. She's weird. She's a black market dealer. She deals with a lot of Dragonborn, gives them reduced prices and stuff, but also deals to like lots of other people and gives a lot of money to a lot of the Dragonborn. She's actually a really nice woman. She's usually every week she goes to visit an old halfling grotta, couple of miles out from here, just behind the mountain. Lives in a little shack. She'll always be there. She's tomorrow evening she'll be there tomorrow evening. Yeah, please don't hurt me, please.
Dokrumir, is that everything you needed to know?
That is more than enough. And we get that for free.
Thank you, friend. Take a copper for your troubles.
Thank you. A talent giving away a copper. That's odd.
So on a side note, I don't think anyone's ever got so much clout from picking up a dead man's blade.
Yeah.
Maybe tells you a thing or two about these towns.
Well,
the guy
go on.
I was just going to say the guy sort of slinks back into the darkness of the alley, just like staring at this copper piece, like, oh, what will I buy with you? Goes on.
As he thinks back, I'm just going to lean into Doc and say, as much as she might be revealing your secrets about this place, it does sound like she is helping the Dragonborn in some way.
Yes, but at what cost? If she sells out the dragons for the sake...
But is she selling out the dragons? She's the only people we know so far that she's sold a Dragonborn.
I need to find out. I need to know. And my mentor has a unsavory opinion of her, it seems, so...
I'll see what we find when we go in.
I will try
Trap
to
her
hold
at
my
Grottas.
judgment until...
Yeah. So as the Dragonborn said, it's tomorrow evening. She said it would be where she is. So you have until then to do whatever you'd like. If anyone has any particular plans of what they would like to do in that time, would anyone like to do anything in that time, or should we just like time skip further ahead? I don't know.
Could I send a message to someone? Send like a runner?
Yeah. There are plenty of people in the sort of marketplace offering that kind of thing. You could talk to someone. What would you like to say in the message? Or do you want to keep it a secret message?
I want to send a message to Hakoda. Remember him?
Yeah.
Hakoda. I do remember. You know. Yeah.
And just.
Oh, mate. Oramis.
Was this the guy that had there was like a light charge of, what was it, child trafficking, and he was very casual about it?
Yes, it was.
Lovely
That's
guy.
exactly the kind of person. Exactly the kind of person we need if we're gonna, do some bits against the demons. Just a message to him saying we need to talk. Don't tell your employer.
Don't tell your employer.
Just leave it at that for now.
Okay. Can I mention where, or just we need to talk? Don't tell your employer.
Do we think we'll be in Lone Hill for a while, or are we going to head to the capital pretty quick?
Well, once we're done with this Harlech business, unless that takes us somewhere, so I'd say probably meet him in the capital. Well,
So, tell them to meet us in the capital.
Okay, cool. So that'll be 5 gold pieces, and this quite young looking lad sort of takes your message. Oh, Hakoda, I know him, the guy that runs the things in Blackwood. Yeah, I can get this to him. Don't worry. Takes the 5 gold pieces, shoves the thing in his bag, and he gets going pretty quickly after that. Anything else anyone would like to do up until then, or should we just time skip till?
Are we skipping a long rest to the next day? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. We can.
Cool.
Yeah, we can skip a long rest to the next day. The new day arises. 4 and a 6.
Oh, some dirty
Two pretty low
fails.
ones.
Dirty fails.
That is some dirty fails coming in.
Where is my character gone? Why is my character gone?
And we can skip to the next day.
Are we having to pay for the inn, by the way, Ben?
Probably would now. Yes, you'd have to pay for another night. So that would be, how much was it before? That was
Also, how much does it cost?
one gold per night.
How much does it cost me to keep your car in the stable?
3 silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
It costs a gold per night for a human, but an elephant is just 3 silver.
Well, I mean, all it is just keeping the elephant there, feeding it a
Just a
couple
big
of
horse.
feeding it a couple of things every day, making sure no one takes too much interest in the elephant. That's
Knocking
pretty
it
much
out after it takes its colossal elephant poo.
it.
It's good for the fields,
that as well. Yeah,
Cara does very
fields,
delicate poos, I'll have you know.
She'd be paying for herself.
Sure.
And we can skip to the next day. It is mid-afternoon when you guys would set out. It's a fairly short journey. It's barely a couple of hours to sort of walk the other side around the mountain. So it'll make you do survival checks, and you make it to. You begin walking along where she was sort of talking about, along this sort of narrow road, and you make it to here.
Oh my god, there's actually a map.
There is actually a map.
I am 100% not happy
Oh,
about
damn.
this.
Why am I on it, but I can't move myself?
I don't know, but I will rectify that by deleting it and
It's a future
making
version of
you.
myself.
Oh, what? I'm in disguise.
Pass without trace.
Not very well, Matt.
That's not a truth. Let me just move you back down there. Move everyone down in this sort of bottom corner here. It's a lovely day. The birds are chirping. You wouldn't even think that, like yesterday or 2 days ago, some big tower appeared out of nowhere and all hell broke loose. And you're sort of casually walking along, and you see this small hut just up here. Out in front are 2 red dragonborn. They stand wearing like quite bulky sort of leather armor, sort of like looking all sort of tough outside this sort of hut. This is supposedly the place where Harlech is meant to be. What would you like to do? I'll leave it to you guys.
Well, I'm just gonna wander up to the hut and be like, "Hello, here to see Harlock."
Harlock, sorry, I don't. We don't know a Harlock, do we, Bob? No Harlock. Never heard of a Harlock. Harlock. No, don't think I've ever heard of a Harlock.
Are these two both Dragonborn?
Yes,
They're both dumb.
they're pretty
In
beefy.
Draconic, I'll just be like, "Are you sure you don't know a Harlock?"
Oh, Billy Big Bollocks speaking in Draconic.
There's a reason I spent time learning this.
Make me. What would this be? Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Dog being persuasive is charisma, isn't it? Yeah, but I make persuasion checks with disadvantage, so it's just.
But
a
now I'm
straight
saying make it.
roll.
Okay, yeah, just a straight roll then, yeah.
For fuck's sake!
Aw. Funny thing is, that was an 8, but it was a -2. Okay. Nope. Don't. Nope. No Harlock. Never even heard of Harlock. That's a weird name, isn't it? Harlock. From inside, you can hear talking. At this point, you can sort of hear like chattering and nattering and stuff. And these guys seem pretty skeevy. Sort of stood there high and mighty. Anything anyone else would like to do?
I think. Well, we got to get in here, really, haven't we? We didn't come all this way for this.
I will pull a silver piece out of my pocket and just sort of twiddle it between my fingers and go like, "Has anyone heard of this Harlock?"
For a silver piece. Nope, never heard of a Harlock.
I just had a second one.
Maybe I've heard of Harlock.
Is she inside?
If you had another one on.
I just had a third.
You see the one on the right sort of like bring down his arm. They're standing right next to the door. And he's sort of like, "Oi, boss! People there for you." And out strolls this.
I don't know how to give him any money. I'm just showing him that money exists.
Give him the money. Obviously, so you can imagine one of them sort of like holds out his hand for the money.
Right, I'll give him the money.
And out strolls this very rogue-like looking dragonborn. She is black, sort of this black-scaled dragonborn wearing all it's like fairly thin sort of leather armor. Lots of like robes and scarves and stuff, almost concealing her form. And she walks on like, "What is? I told you not to disturb me. Who are these people?" And she reaches down for a short sword at her side quickly. How did you find me?
Hang on.
What are you doing here?
We come in peace. Just want to chat.
Can I just quickly ask Ben?
Yeah.
Just about Dragonborn. You know how dragons, their color relates to their element?
Yeah.
Does any of that correspond?
Yeah, so
to Dragonborn?
Dragonborn have a dragon breath. They still have a dragon breath. It's obviously not as powerful, but they still have one. And yes, it relates to their thing. So red, fire; black, acid; blue, lightning; green, poison; white, ice.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You were saying, Sam?
Did my disarming work? Just said with come here. Just want to chat, Harlock. Okay.
Want to chat? That's what a lot of people have said before they've tried to arrest me. I'm not going back to prison, you understand? And she pulls out her short sword and sort of points it at the group, at the group of you.
Steady on. If we wanted to level this house, we could do it. We would come here for a chat.
If I wanted to level you into oblivion, I could. Oi! and she points back, and out walks as well this
This is her muscle.
Dragon.
this other dragonborn. She is blue, and she wears these quite sort of ornate, flowy sort of robes all around her, and in her sort of side, you can see the quite big gem on her side, and she has a staff sort of in one hand.
She's a wizard.
She walks out. You can see this
What?
like lightning just sparking like in her eyes.
A wizard, Mazzy.
A wizard.
Mazzy's like, does a wizard use a bow or a sword? I'm not interested.
I will say we just want to talk. I'm a student of Meredith's.
Meredith. Oh yes, the bitch who came and talked to me before. Oh,
Okay,
I remember.
Hey, Doc, are you gonna talk about your mental like that?
Did someone say a rap battle? Why don't we have a bard?
Where are you, damn it?
I'd like to see JJ and Ben trying to have a rap battle.
Oh, it'd be so white, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would be whiter than rice.
Oh god. Be whiter than Russell Howard.
I'll just be like, hey. I've got nothing more than just hey. And I'll point my finger like, hey. Watch it.
Hey. What? Watch what? I'll talk about her how I like. And yes, she's a bitch. Got that bloody... Actually. She's got nothing. She's got absolutely nothing. She's just a bitch. Took my fucking brother away. Take my fucking brother away from me. Doesn't even invite me along for the ride. She called me a fucking thief. Not a thief. I've done more for the Dragonborn than she could ever imagine to. Fucking loner living up in the mountains.
Wow.
I'm glad you got that out of your system, Harlech.
As it turns out, you and I have a vested interest in looking after the Dragonborn.
Why would a dwarf have any interest in looking after the Dragonborn?
Like I said, I'm a student of Meredith's. Out.
Oh yes, she did mention she had a lackey. Well, she didn't really put it in those terms, but that's how I thought of it anyway. Go on.
I am trying to do what's best for you. Some of you are struggling, and we are trying to help.
Some of us are struggling. Most of us are struggling, my man. I mean, I'm yet to find a Dragonborn who hasn't been impacted by the fucking new King's Council in some way. God, things were okay with that Alistair bloke, but Jonah's a weakling. Those King's Council are just some old fogies who have no other opinions than Dragonborns suck. But hey, that's politics. Politics bores me.
Do you not think a safe haven is a good idea then?
I think a safe haven's a great idea. But when you put that evil woman in charge of deciding who goes there and who doesn't, deciding who's useful and who's not. I mean, how do you even decide who's useful and who's not? Why are some people allowed up there and others aren't?
You start with the most desperate, but also the most practical. A village needs certain things. Builders, farmers, and so on. It does not need thieves. People who can't keep secrets.
I'm not a thief. I don't keep secrets.
Exactly.
And yes.
It needs people that can.
Well. Well. I guess I'm not for that then. But she could have done better than to call me a thief. You could do better than call me a thief, dwarf. I'm no thief. I do honorable trades and actually deal sensibly to Dragonborn. Most places will ramp up the prices as soon as they see anything with horns and a tail walk in. Me, no. I just deal
That's rough
proper
for the
trades
tieflings,
with...
isn't it?
Well, not exactly. God, they could be the worst.
Oh, for someone who suffers so much persecution, I thought you'd be a little lighter on the xenophobia.
Well, I'm sure they can take it, taste of their own medicine, all that crap. What is it you're here for, dwarf? I have business to attend to.
I was hoping we could come to some agreement about your silence on the matter going forwards.
My silence on the matter going forwards. What if I do tell a couple of people? If those people are willing to travel north, travel through a fucking battlefield, surely they deserve to be up there anyway. I mean, people are that desperate. I have seen people make the journey, or heard of people making the journey anyway. Things are pretty rough down here. You wouldn't understand. You're just a dwarf.
Oh, I know a thing or two about living a rough life.
Sure you do. First thing I noticed about you is that bloody scar on your cheek. You trust me as much as I trust you.
There's no point sending people to die. Things need to be handled carefully with precision. If too many travel too often, too quickly, it'll draw attention to where they're going. If too many arrive too soon, there won't be the materials or the food or the shelter to support them, and they'll die in the north. Why send people to die? Yes, they suffer down here, but they suffer and they live until things.
I never said I was sending people. I never said I was sending people. Merely telling them a rumor. A rumor to actually give some people hope around here. No one ever has any hope around here. That's what I trade in, Mr. Dwarf. Humans. Captain? I don't really know what you are. I trade in hope for people who are less fortunate. Not just Dragonborn. I've taken people off the streets. I've done everything I can with the power I have. We all have. And she sort of points to her sort of comrades. And that's what we're here for. Think old Grotta here. She has no one. Yet we come every week and give her medicine for half the price that anyone else would charge her. Because she needs it. And you had the audacity to call me a thief. Shows the kind of person you are. Fine, dwarf. I'll try and be a bit quieter, shall we say. But if people are looking for hope, I'm going to give it to them. One way or another. Are we done here?
Not quite.
Kill him.
Not quite.
I want you to promise me truthfully that you will keep quiet. Someone like you could be very useful. Someone with connections. When the time is right. I'm not saying I will trust you, but I can work with you. However, I need your promise. I need it to be truthful.
Fine, I promise.
Your word will not be enough.
My word won't be enough. What will be enough?
Not without certain assurances. I would like to cast Zone of Truth.
Ooh. Alright. Zone of Truth. One action. You create a magical zone that guards against the deception in a 15-foot radius centered on a point of your choice within range. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak or deliberate a lie while in radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails in its saving throw. An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth. Okay. Where is the sort of zone of truth? How 15-foot radius.
I'm just going to center it on her.
Okay. 15-foot radius. You're all in it as well. Everyone's got to be a bit truthful now.
Only if
That's
we
lovely.
fail the save.
Well, I'll put it so far forward that it's not on me.
Okay. That's cool. And what would you like to ask her while in the zone of truth?
She's going to either make the save or decide to fail it, which I will know.
Spell save DC 15. She passes the save.
She can choose
Unfortunately.
to fail it.
Choose to fail it. What do you mean choose to fail it? So choose to...
So she can
Just
choose
lie.
to be affected by the spell.
Oh, right, okay.
So when you make a saving throw, you can choose to
Yeah,
fail the
you know
saving
what?
throw.
You know what? Yeah, she's going to choose to fail it instead.
Okay. Okay.
And what would you like to ask her while in the zone of truth? Or just ask while in zone of truth?
I want your promise that you will not tell anyone else about this and you will let things progress at the course we have designed.
I promise I will not tell humans, elves, dwarves, tieflings about the halflings, gnomes about the place in the north.
Else, that includes Dragonborn for now. The wrong people find out, it could be everyone's heads.
Fine. I will not tell anyone else. I promise I will not tell anyone else about the place in the north.
About the Dragonborn Sanctuary.
The Dragonborn Sanctuary in the north. And she sort of like looks at you with this sort of like sarcastic sort of thing of like, but obviously, zone of truth. She is telling the truth, and she knows she has to tell the truth. But
and you won't ask anyone else to tell for you.
She remains silent.
Do it.
I'm just gonna sort of like raise an eyebrow, like, I'm waiting.
She remains silent.
Kill her.
I cannot leave without your promise.
That is your problem.
Okay.
We both want the same thing. Can we not agree to work together?
Probably not. Maybe.
Is there something we could do
For a price.
to earn your trust on this one? Earn your promise.
And she looks sort of each one of you up and down. That's dwarven steel, Mr. Wizard.
Fuck off.
Looks
Yeah,
interesting.
I'd be like, well, let us start with a simple handshake between friends, and I'll drop Zone of Truth, and I will walk up to just like shake my hand and try it, like, you know, be like, how you doing? You know, it's just I'm gonna be all friends.
Very, very, very tentatively, she will accept your handshake.
Level 3 insect wounds.
All right. As
Savage.
you need to make hand movements to do that, don't you? You need to obviously do
One hand's behind the back. Just go.
verbal somatic.
verbal somatic. Okay. As you open your mouth to speak, the two either side of thing have held actions to hurt you.
What
So-
a genius idea this was.
Let's hopefully have some fun with this. Where the hell is my thing for these people?
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is getting
Oramis is getting ready.
Oh, man. Okay. I've not made any notes on this thing. Let's go back and listen to all this.
Okay, +5 to hit. So that's a natural 1 from one of them. You're fine.
Fuck off.
And a 10 from the other one. You're fine. As you sort of go to inflict wounds, you see these two guys sort of begin to react. One of them sort of like begins to react, tries to pull out this sort of like mace he has on his side, but it fumbles in his hands and he drops it to the floor. The other one sort of begins to pull it out and he kind of goes, ah, but you sort of like manage to sort of duck underneath. Roll me inflict wounds, please, sir. She has to make a save, does she not?
Nope, it's
Or
a
is it
melee spell attack, and seeing as I'm shaking her hand, I'm gonna guess it's an automatic hit.
Yeah, you know what, that's fair enough.
That is 40 points of damage.
What?
Oh, fucking hell.
That's a 9 and a 10 on the extra levels, and a 9, a 2, and a 10 on the normal dice.
Insane.
Oh dear.
So that shit's gone off.
Consider them inflicted.
She did?
Consider them inflicted, yes. She is still alive.
Oh, for fuck's sake, stop this.
She's holding on with the very last. So you sort of, how do you sort of see your inflict wounds? Sort of like working.
I'm just gonna. Well, it's gonna be like. Imagine you've been cut by a bunch of swords, basically, and they're just gonna magically like open up on her skin.
Jesus.
So obviously,
Yeah,
because
so
it's so strong, it's going to be lots more of them than normal. And they're going to be deep.
Yeah, like you begin to see like from the underneath of her like armor and cloak, just these scars just like appear like all over her face and stuff. And she drops to like a knee. She's like, ah, fuck, ah, and she's like crying out in pain. But she is sort of still, she's trembling and clearly in so much fucking pain. But she's just holding on. Can everyone roll initiative, please?
Oh, I better roll high. 12. Oh, for fuck's sake. The only time I've rolled over a 10 tonight has been on the inflict wounds, which I didn't need to roll to hit on. I haven't rolled over a 10 yet.
Oramis, can I get initiative? You have rolled initiative, 19. That was before these inflict wounds, but fair play.
Can we take a quick break before we
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Let's take a break. We are indeed
Then
going loud.
let's kick off a bit of combat. The Dokrumir and you guys have tried to sort of make peace with this black market woman who has been leaking the secrets of the Dragonborn Sanctuary in the north. Pardon?
We didn't try very fucking hard.
And combat has
He's not a
ensued.
skilled negotiator.
Mazzy,
He's got
you're
good
up first, my
threats
friend.
and bribery, and didn't seem like either of them were going to work.
Don't really know who to start with, but I assume we're going to be taking everyone. Yeah, I mean that was my plan. So I'm gonna go. If I go here, can somebody get the flank? Like next, theoretically, can I still attack?
Someone can get the flank. Yeah.
Can I still attack? Them?
Yeah, someone can.
You're attacking like round the corner there, though, aren't you?
Yeah, you are. You are.
Yeah,
it's
hoovering in the background.
This is just right here, so I'll mute myself when I'm not speaking. But
Okay.
It's cool. I don't know. I was thinking about this before. I don't know whether that is technically in half cover. I would argue yes, but I don't know if you guys had any strong objections to.
I would agree half
that
cover.
being cover.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll go
I would
here.
probably say that'd be half cover. Okie dokie. Roll to hit.
Well, first of all, I'm going to make sure Hunter's Mark is out.
Yeah, that's a bonus action on who?
Obviously, the guy I'm attacking, Mr. Wizard.
On the wizard. Yep. Roll me a hit, sir. That misses, I'm afraid. That's not a strong start from the man who never misses.
I hit second time then.
Oh, that doubled their AC the second time. Fucking hell, yeah. 15 and 1.
Oh, that 11 on damage makes
16
up
damage.
For your lack of crit.
Yeah, so your first attack, she sort of like sees coming. She managed to like block it with her own staff. It's this sort of quite pretty basic looking wooden staff with a sort of ball, almost like glass ball at the top with a gem sort of rolling around inside of it. She manages to block your first thing. But the second one just comes out of nowhere, slashes her straight across the face. Hurts like hell. Anything else, Mazzy, on your turn? Any more movement or anything?
No, I can't move away, can I? So.
Cool. Oramis, you're up.
Okay. Can I step up here?
Yes.
And can I sneak attack?
Which one?
Oh, no, yes.
This one
Which
here.
one? The middle one, yeah? Harlech. Harlech herself.
Sneak attack with the blade.
With the Shadow Blade or Hidden Blade?
With the hidden blade. Concealed blade.
Right.
You want her
Okay.
alive.
Roll to hit. That doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Okay, can I then use my next attack to
That guy there. Yeah.
Shadow Blade down there?
Yep. Roll to hit. Just hits. Roll damage.
Just hits.
Just hits. Oh.
11 slashing. Fucking hell, that's a good roll. Roll sneak attack.
Yes. Can't remember what I do for that.
3d6.
3d6. 3d6. We love a 3d6.
Are we doing it
14,
like that?
that's 25 damage. Nice job. Yes, your first attack against her, you're sort of like pull out this sort of concealed blade, swipe at her. She now like sort of pushes Dokrumir's hand sort of away and would like, or maybe not. It's technically not her turn, but she would like move out of the way of your sort of hidden blade attack, and then your next attack just swipes into the leg of this dude here. He looks pretty pissed off at you, actually, because you just whacked him in the leg. Anything else, Aramis, on your turn? Any more movement or anything like that?
No, that is all.
Cool. Doc.
Alright, well, first thing on my turn, I'm going to say we want the same thing. Yield. And we'll talk.
I mean, just tried to kill him.
Yeah, it's a praying this way.
After that stunt, fuck off.
Alright, well...
And she'll sort of, you can see her look to her right over at the wizard, and she nods. And the wizard nods back.
Uh-oh.
And then they look to Luke Skywalker, who nods back.
That's all they can do because it's not their turn.
Okay, in which case, it's gonna be some Spirit Guardians. On
Spirit Guardians.
and designate obviously the party to be in you.
Okie dokie. Roll me some Spirit Guardians.
I think it's the same for Spirit Guardians. When you cast a spell, any number of an effective creature speed is hot. Enters the area for the first time or starts its turn. It must make a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Excellent. So
It's only when it enters when it enters it for the first time or starts its turn.
or starts his turn there, right? So you've
do I
cast
get
it, but it hasn't.
casting?
I would say no. It says when it starts its turn there or
When
enters,
when they,
so it would be on
when they
their
enter the
turn.
area for the first time. So technically, it goes out.
But technically, they've started their turn there. But I would personally say they would start on their turn. But
Fair
that's
yeah,
up
fair
to. I mean, up to you.
enough. So we're set on their turn then.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Dog. Excellent. Dragonborn's turn.
Wisdom
So
save.
that's a wisdom save for all three of them. So Harlech's whiz is 0. So that's a 3. She's failed. The two big dudes have -1. One of them's failed, one of them's passed. The number 1 failed, number 2 passed.
Do you want the same, damage roll for all of them, or a damage roll for each of them?
Up to you. I do not mind.
I'll
You're the
roll
one
the
rolling,
individual
so-
damage roll. The first one is Harlech.
And that one passes.
Second one is the one that failed. Third one is the one that passed. How many are they all taking their turns now?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 4. And then this one passed as well, I think. So
So
Harlech, fail, pass, pass.
Harlech, fail, pass. Pass. So Harlech, she is down.
Yeah,
Don't know whether you wanted to do
I'm going for non-lethal.
Okay, non-lethal. She is, she is down. I'll put this little symbol of her to show that she's down. The second one is fail, pass, pass. Was it?
Yeah, I think that's what you said.
Okie dokie.
it's
So
half
number
of the
1,
pass.
number 1 failed, so he takes 14 damage, and the other 2 have passed, so that is 6 damage for the first one and 9 for the second. So that's 6 that's 2 damage for the first one and 9 for the second. That's 34. Awesome. On their turn. So first, this big guy is going to have a swing at you, JJ. That's a 24.
Yeah,
With his flail, 1d. Where's my d8? That's 7 plus 5 damage, which is 12 damage. Could one please take unto for me? He will have another swing.
Oh, jeez. This would be problematic.
He has missed with an 18.
Good thing I got so I
the-
can get my shield out.
The second one will attack Luke. Does a Does a 20... What's 18 plus... Does a 27 hit, Luke?
Why bother asking?
And does a 9 hit. So the first
And
one hits,
9
second
does
one
not
doesn't.
hit. No.
So that's 5 plus 5. That's 10 damage on you, Luke. And the wizard. The wizard, as you can see, is nodded to Harlech, and she sort of steps down off this sort of patio, and you can see this electrical charge now build up in her staff. Her eyes like beam with this sort of electrical thing. She coils back her staff and is going to cast lightning bolt.
Should we just hit a quick old counter spell on that?
Oh, Gylndan,
I knew that was coming. I could fucking tell that was coming.
What level
Yeah,
is the spell?
It's 3rd level.
Okay, that's just dead. Gone. Forget it.
Just dead. So this sort of electrical energy sort of surges up in her arm, and in her like eyes and in her staff. And as she then points the staff, nothing happens. It all goes. She's like,
"Can I turn and
Gives
nod
it
at
a shake
Gylndan in the same fashion?"
just to take the piss, can I just go and nod to Gylndan?
Isn't that what I just said?
I didn't hear you, JJ. Sorry.
I was taking my joke and saying it louder.
Sorry, mate. I didn't hear.
and as a bonus action,
I look confused as to why everyone's nodding at me.
and as a bonus action, she'll just mutter under her breath real quick. Oh fuck!
Fucking wizards.
As a bonus action.
Gylndan, it is your turn. You have counterspelled this. You've counterspelled this wizard. What would you like to do?
Well, I know I've just saved Doc's life, but at the same time, I'm also very unhappy with how he's handled this situation. So I'll just go up in front of him, just lean my staff across his front, and just say, "That's enough. She's down. That's enough."
I mean, I could have killed her. I did put her down rather than kill her.
Yeah, that's enough. You're meant to
I
be
hope the
protecting
other
these
3
people.
of them see it that way.
I just counterspelled the most powerful person. They're toast. Yeah, and then I'll just say, lay down your arms to those guys.
Your arrogance blinds you.
Okay. You tell them to lay down their arms. Would they listen? Probably not. You did just Doc did just make a deal with one of them, casting Zone of Truth, and then walk up and inflict wounds her.
Yeah, no, I'm totally on board with them with why they're angry, but I think it's worth us trying to work together.
What's this? Doc's a flawed individual. Who could have guessed?
I think you guys should lay off Oramis for a bit now.
You're in the clear, mate. You're in the clear.
I guess
Life is fun when you're bad, isn't it, Oramis?
I guess we'll roll back to Mazzy at the start of the thing to see, unless you wanted to do anything else in your turn, Gylndan. But if that was everything, actually, tell you what, make me a. Would you make me a thing? No, I'm going to say don't make me a check for it. Just unless you were trying to be intimidating while doing it.
No, I was just understanding this has just escalated too far. Let's just call it there. We're on the same side. I don't know why we're fighting each other.
That's tell you what, that's if you were to say that's a pretty good argument. Mazzy, is your
Do
turn
we
next
get
in
to
combat? You
hear
don't
their
see-
response before I then dive into another attack?
I mean, if you, 'cause I don't really know how that would work because it's technically
Can I hold action?
not in.
You've got basically speaking is a free action, so you can speak because your turn is 6 seconds, so you get 6 seconds worth of speech, and they can reply. But obviously, you can't be so how are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing great. My day was good. How was your day? You can't have a whole conversation. It's just a sentence or two, which is why.
In that case, I think the wizard, seeing Gylndan be quite reasonable and seeing her spell, she clearly thought she was quite powerful pulling that out. With the whole nodding thing, they thought that's our big trick.
Rehearse
Lightning bolt people if they piss us off. but you've clearly counted it. So she seems fairly thin. She's like slowly sort of lowering her staff, tail between her legs, quite literally kind of thing. The two big guys do not seem that way at all. They are pissed. One of them has had a cleaved leg from Oramis. The other one took damage somehow. I can't quite remember how.
Guardians.
Spirit Guardians, that's it.
They both took damage from Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, they're both... They don't seem like the brightest of the bunch.
I
So you
mean,
can-
when we started, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they don't seem like the sort of brightest of the bunch. So they're pretty keen for a fight. So I think the wizard seems to be backing down. The other two are as angry as they were before. They aren't listening.
Well, considering that news, I'm going to make my way this way, and I have a
Make
bit of
his
a
way
whack on that
downtown.
guy. Moving
Alright,
my
go for it.
hunter's mark over and going skadoosh. Oh, for God's sake, is that exactly the same as what I rolled before?
That is the same as what you rolled before.
Oh no, 27 instead of 17. But yeah,
That misses.
in my rage, I'm going to do the same again. That's
That
not
does
bad.
hit. Roll
There's
damage.
your 27 again.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
2 crits. My God. Not 2 crits, but you know. That's 11 plus. No, that's 11 damage, and 5 from Hunter's Mark. That's 16 damage. That's a damn good roll. That's 30.
That's
off that.
Mazzy.
That's Mazzy. Yeah. So your first attack, they sort of like see come and dodge past it. The second one just cuts straight through the guy.
It's that second blade.
cutting like a big. Yeah, it's
Don't
that
see the
second
second one
blade
coming.
that sort of they don't really see coming. Obviously, your weapon isn't necessarily one that a lot of people have seen before. So, sort of like when you sort of cut across with that, they're quite surprised to say, "Oh shit, there's another blade on that thing. What the hell?" Yeah, fair plosh. Anything else, Mazzy?
No, that's all.
Cool, Oramis.
I'm going to take an action to also try and diffuse the tension. Tell everyone
I was like,
we
nah.
should all calm down and stop fighting. And I'd like to roll persuasion for this because I'm hoping I'll get like a 26 or something.
That's so Han Solo that you absolutely slice this guy's leg up and decide to call for peace.
JJ pretty much did exactly the same thing.
Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage, but still roll it. Doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get the thing, but okay, 16. Doesn't necessarily mean you'll get the thing, but that is, I mean, plus 10. Come on, what do you expect a man to do? The lowest he can roll is an 11. I mean, expertise.
I'm a persuasive
is broken.
guy.
He's a persuasive guy. Is that everything on your turn, Aramis?
I'd quite like to know the outcome of that before I end my turn.
Well, as far as you can see, you know, you're trying to diffuse the situation. What do you say with your persuasion? Like, how? What are you trying to just be like, hey, knock it off, kind of thing?
Yeah, just boys, chill out. Let's go for a drink. No need to fight. It's not my best work. It's only a 16, but you know,
It's not bad.
Yeah. So I think again, as far as you can see, the wizard is like she's making moves. To, like her arm is going up. She's making moves to walk backwards, like to I'm done. Two big guys still seem pretty intent on being angry. Especially the one in front of you is like, drink, not likely, and he's like in the middle of raising his sort of hammer, his mace up into the air.
okay. Can I bonus action the concealed blade then?
Yeah, go for it. Roll hit. Definitely hits. Roll damage
With sneak attack as well, yeah.
with sneak attack. That's 9. That's full damage. Fair play. And sneak attack 13. That's not quite full damage, but that's still a damn good roll. That is 22 damage in one turn. Fucking hell. Actually, wait, that's 22 damage in one turn. Shing. How would you like to take this guy down?
I'm gonna follow Doc's lead and go non-lethal, and just kind of. Can I just knock him out, like with the flat of the blade across his head?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
please,
So like he's like
please
preparing
pop it
to.
on your right, and then he's looking at your hand, and then just punch him with the left.
Ooh, hey, bang.
See that? Yeah,
That's
that's
what I'm
like
doing.
the most Jack Sparrow Han Solo thing I've ever seen. Like shing, like shing.
That's
what's gonna happen.
What's that over there?
Also, you've just punched a dragonborn unconscious. That's quite impressive.
That is a dragonborn who's pretty beefy.
Oramis lives in the gym.
The other one is still up and pissed off. Dokrumir.
Alright, I am going to reassess my motives and my actions, but in an intimidating way, be like, you can see we're not to be messed with. Let us reach an agreement. And then you can try and intimidate them.
Roll intimidation on the other one.
I roll intimidation with advantage, don't I? 'Cause I'm for fuck's sake! Come on!
Your intimidation seems to have not really worked. He's aware of the situation, but I guess now he's sort of, I don't know, I guess maybe has something to prove. He's looking to the wizard, and the wizard's like sort of backing away, but he's like, come on, what are you doing?
Okay, then
Come on.
I'm going to attempt to, having seen intimidation work as my action, I'm going to attempt some form of diplomacy. Can I basically pick a healing spell to do? Can I make a healing spell do minimum heals?
I don't think so. I think you just do it and it just happens.
Yeah.
I think.
But can I not just be like, here's a really weak little bit of healing?
Instead of placing the whole hand, you just do one finger.
I mean, healing like word is, what's that, like a bonus action and really tiny?
It's 1d4 plus mod plus my extra 2 from Pink. So it's
or something like spare the dying, it doesn't necessarily heal them, but they won't be making
spare
death
the dying
saves.
only stabilizes and these guys
Oh no,
aren't
they're
down.
not. Oh yeah, they're just unconscious.
So...
Yeah, they're just unconscious.
Alright,
so
I will healing word. Actually, fuck it now. I will just stick to my words and make no actions for now.
Stick to your words and make no actions for now.
I don't want to heal them quite yet. Maybe when the big guy goes down, I'll talk to the other one again.
Is that everything on your turn?
Yeah, I'm just sticking to words and no actions for now.
On the Dragonborn's turn, this one is going to move away to here, slowly, but like staff now dropped on the floor, backing up like, it's okay, I'm cool, it's fine. And she's going to make a persuasion roll against her friend to tell him to shut the fuck up, stop being so angry. She got an 18. I would say that's a pretty good persuasion roll. She's like there. Come on, this is not a fight. They do sort of want the same thing. He's like, yeah, but look what they did. Yeah, but they haven't killed. They could have killed us. They haven't killed us. Let's just all be calm. Take this easy. And the big guy's like, drops his mace, puts his hands up in the air.
Okay.
So your continued efforts of being nice have worked out this day. We are out of initiative. We have 2 of them knocked out on the floor.
Are we the good guys?
Probably
Yeah.
Probably not today.
I still argue Dokrumir isn't the good guy today, but hey.
Oh no, he's so in the stock.
I
It's unreal.
will double cast Healing Word on the 2 down.
Yeah, that's cool.
7
That's cool.
And 8.
7 and 8. They're back up. You can see they sort of slowly get back to their feet. That's 28, and that's you can see they're sort of like slowly getting back up to their feet. Like clearly quite very, very much in pain. There is still like scars and stuff all over Harlech's body, but they have now like closed. She's no longer bleeding, and the necrotic sort of stuff isn't dealing her any more like pain or whatever. She's still, I'll probably say they're both like still sort of on the floor, like, oh my god, what the shit just happened? Is there anything anyone would like to do at this point?
Can I say, let's get some tea on, get inside, and finish this chat a bit more civilly than we started it?
Yeah, of course. So I'm going to take the little icons off of these two now. And I guess they'll probably like look to usher you in, I guess. I don't have a thing for it, but if you sort of imagine this little old halfling woman is sat here on this little chair.
Oh, don't make the halfling get involved. I feel more guilty.
You just tried to murder her granddaughter.
Does Oramis biology?
I realised Ben said halfling, not dragonborn, after I'd said that.
Oh god, even if Ben had grandmother, I felt so bad. I mean, I already felt bad, but I felt even worse.
Do you? You don't look it.
Oh, this is going to be so cramped in here.
Maybe we should just have a nice chat outside.
I think a little halfling woman sat on a little chair. But yeah, these guys are going to sort of usher you in. These two will still be sort of talking at the door.
Gylndan, if it goes wrong,
She'll sort of. This woman has now picked up her staff and gone back inside. You would slaughter so many people if you did fireball.
I'd like to think that I've got a fireball held and the wizard's got a lightning bolt held, and it would just be utter chaos.
Then it'd be down to initiative rolls as to who went first.
That would be terrifying. Anyway,
can we just say they traded? Keep on.
I do not have a fireball held, FYI, Ben.
Well, that's where that's where you're at a downfall there. I'm joking, you're not. You head inside. You can see Harlech is like limping towards the table. She's particularly silent now. She's particularly quiet. This is all
tiny cuts tends to do that to you.
This has all gone terribly wrong, and she is. You can probably tell, even without an insight check, you can tell she is mad. She's very, very angry. But she does sort of sit down, pulls out like a little match, lights the match, and puts it underneath the pot on the stove, and this water begins to bubble in this small little pot. I think it's number 2 that went down. He sort of is sat, he's like clutching the wound on his leg, that's still pretty painful. He's sort of clutching that, wrapping bandages around it. The other one, he's like sort of like wrapping things around where he was hit by the spirit guardians and stuff, and the wizard is in the corner, looking at her staff, looking through books, trying to have some kind of dignity about her, when in reality she just got stood the fuck up by Gylndan. What would you like to do? There is the old halfling woman was like, "Oh, hello. Who are you? Who are all of you?"
I mean, she's got to have heard the sound of it.
You have to talk a bit loudly. I'm a little bit deaf.
Okay, she can't hear anything.
We're friends with Harlech's.
Aramis just go up
Sorry.
over to her.
Work your magic on her, Aramis.
Aramis, do you want to take her for a walk?
No, just Aramis just going to go over to go, "You're right, old dear, you've probably heard of me. Hero of Lone Hill."
You're not. Jeremy! And she just hops up off her chair and hugs your leg. Oh, I haven't seen you in years. Oh, how's my little Katrina? Oh,
She's doing very well. She's at school. She's a bright one.
really? Oh, she recovered that thing with her leg then. Oh, I'm
Yes.
I'm glad. Oh, I'm glad. Not nice having your leg chopped off. No. Oh, God. Especially for a little child. Oh, 3 years old. Too young. Props herself back up on this seat with a little pot of tea and just like stares into the fire like, I'm not having company.
What's in the tea?
It's like a sort of berry sort of thing, or at least it smells very berry flavored.
I'm implying, does it have some kind of medicinal herbal benefits?
As far as you're aware, it doesn't. I mean, you could try and make a check, but I don't think you're. Yeah, she seems pretty happy just to have the company. It's clear she never really heard anything outside.
Mazzy,
What would you like to chat
you
about?
have a smoke on the porch.
Oh yeah. I thought it was a bit crowded in there. I thought let you guys do the talking. I'm just sitting watch.
Standing watch.
I'd like to be a bit of a mediator between Doc and Harlech here.
I won't hold out my hand because that wouldn't. I will sit myself down and I'll put like my shield and my hammer on the floor, and basically just try and look like contrite but still slightly angry. I mean, this woman has threatened something Doc's worked quite hard on for a year and also insulted his mentor of a number of years, so she's not exactly...
Who insulted her in turn.
You felt that required, nearly murdering her.
I mean,
After making a deal, after she agreed to the deal.
Doc may have acted...
Finest moment?
It's fine. No, I'm gonna put all my stuff down and just be like to try and look as non-threatening as possible, but still like looking a little bit like angry. I'm not like completely chilled, but I am a little bit like I've done wrong, and be like, that wasn't my best move. I am sorry. You have threatened something I've worked very hard to build, and I don't have a lot in life. You recognised this, and I'll point to the branding on my cheek, so you know what I am and what I've lost. Well, you know something of what I am and what I've lost. I understand how you probably couldn't trust me now, but I would like to try again. We both want the same thing, and as you said, you deal in hope, and we're all going to need a little hope with what's coming to the world.
What do you mean by that? I know there's orcs in the north, but
there are more than orcs coming.
More than
hell is rising. Soon Ambyr will be
speaking...
facing a war on two fronts that it cannot win.
What the hell are you on about? Jesus. Dwarves and your superstitions. Yeah, just gonna sit there silently.
I would like
silently staring away.
Again, I'll be like, let's all speak truthfully, and I will cast the Zone of Truth again on everyone in the hut, and I will fail it.
I'm just outside enjoying not having to tell the truth.
Do people?
No, Matt, you're still in the race.
People other than you?
Everyone can make the saving throw if they want to.
That's fine.
So everyone is affected, and you can choose to fail it, but everyone has to beat a DC 15 Wisdom save if they want to be able to lie. I will know if they lie. If they fail, if they make the saving throw, I will know they have the ability to lie, but I won't know.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna make the saves for them.
So I'm going to cast it like on myself to try and make it like clear that I've sent it on myself, so that I'm within it this time.
So you know whether someone's
I know if someone passed the saving throw.
The wizard has passed the saving throw. Everyone, the other two have failed. The Harlech has chosen to fail.
Okay.
And the old woman failed as well. If you would like to know.
I'm not that worried about the old woman.
I don't. Does she qualify? Does she even know what the truth is anymore?
Also, Gylndan and Oramis and Mazzy. Okay.
I'm going to make the save. Not make the save, but I'm going to actually roll the
I'm
save.
going to attempt it.
What is it? A wisdom save?
Wisdom 15. No,
You failed.
Oramis can't lie.
Yeah.
Oramis, did you take my ring?
He doesn't have to answer.
There we go. That's fine. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll cut it off your dead corpse.
I'm just going to remind.
You ain't lying.
Just Gylndan, I bought you a ring, a nice ring.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose we're even. I don't care about it. I'm not sure it gave me anything. It's just a gold ring.
What have got you? 2 gold.
Yeah, given we got 1,000 at the end of the last campaign, I don't think that's a big miss.
Nah, probably not.
It was magic.
What, that one that Oramis stole from me?
Oh, not the one he stole from you. No, the one he gave you.
Yeah.
Gave you 1 HP.
So you've cast Zone of Truth. What would you like to say with Zone of Truth?
I will just.
My name's.
I will just be like, the dragon god Tiamat is coming back.
She remains silent, as she doesn't know what the hell this means. The wizard, you can see her ears like prickle up. Like, what did you? She faints.
Oh dear, she's not a very good wizard.
Actually, no. I'm going to make a Constitution saving throw for her. She doesn't faint. She feels faint and falls back. She feels faint and sort of falls back, and sort of looks like, did you Tiamat?
Yes.
Oh God, the world is ending. The world is ending. She's now like going loopy. Like, oh, the world's gonna end. Like, she ain't happy. I know the basics of Tiamat. I know that won't be fun. The end of the world. Shit. She kind of sits down. She has to like sit down with all this, and she's just staring like into the sort of ball of her staff. Like, oh my God, no. Going fairly fairly not insane, but like she's affected by this.
Watch your profanity.
Watch your profanity. Anything else anyone wants to say at all?
Yeah, I'll just say the Dragonborn are vulnerable, but they are also formidable. If they can be united together, they would become a force to be reckoned with against the demons from hell.
Harlech's just gonna be sat there like, I know what you're saying is true. This is a lot to bear. But I don't really care. I accepted your agreement. And look what you did to me. She points to her face. I want of you out of this house. This is all rather awkward. I don't like what's happening right now at all. But you have proven yourselves that if I tell any more lies, that if I tell any more people, a lot worse is going to happen. You could have killed me. I'm thankful for that. But we'd made an agreement. You are no friend of mine, dwarf. And that's all she's going to say as she continues to stir this pot of tea round and around and around.
Okay, Doc will leave. He'll just like pick up his stuff and like start to leave. But like as he's like picking up his bag and stuff, he'll like go through his money and just like pull out a small amount and like just like put it on his chair and just be like, use this for whatever you need. Use this for whoever needs it.
Okay, nice. And you're leaving. Is everyone else going to stay? Is everyone else going to leave?
Well, I guess we'll get up to leave, but I'll just say to her as we get up to leave that, you know, I know things didn't quite go how we planned today, but if you ever need help, the Guardians will always be at your disposal.
Thank you. Thank you, wizard. And as you walk out, Gylndan, you can just hear the other wizard there just go, "I'm sorry," and look back, sort of slink back into her corner.
I'm gonna leave like 30 gold, by the way, then.
Okay, cool.
So like
cool.
a considerable amount, but
cool.
Yeah.
And if you guys are leaving, where would you like to go now?
Dark Mail.
As far as you know, you've sorted the situation. Good job. She ain't gonna tell shit because you nearly killed her entire thing in like 12 seconds. Good job, everyone. That was handled. Certainly.
It certainly was.
Could have been handled half an hour ago. But hey.
Yeah.
And if you're going to head back to Lone Hill, you get back to Lone Hill by this time it's probably evening now. It is probably really late now. Pretty dark.
We had a fun day.
Temple. Where's the temple?
Mazzy's just like, I shot some things. I hit some things. I've had a good day.
Mazzy rolled like 2 10s. He's had a terrible day.
Oh, but I followed it up with 2 20s, I think. 118.
Yeah, two above 20 rolls. So, yeah.
With some pretty damaging damage.
Yes. So Mazzy's had a good day. Oramis has done some very Oramis things. And Gylndan showed that he is the best of the best wizards. Forget the rest.
Yeah, when we get back to Lone Hill, I want to immediately head to a temple. However, I'm going to give Gylndan my hammer and say, hold on to this for me. I'm not worthy of it at the moment.
Where's the nearest well?
Where's the nearest what?
Well.
Well.
I'm going to throw this hammer down. No, I'm joking.
Well.
I'll add it to my inventory.
Shall we play a bit of hide and seek with Doc? We put it somewhere, don't tell him where.
So you can stay another night in the inn, 3 gold pieces. No, 1 gold piece. However many I charged. It was 1 gold piece. And I will ask again, what would you guys like to do now? You have a lot of options. You said you were going to go to the capital before, so you can begin that journey if you would like.
Well, before we go, I think I'll go to Moraine and just say like we're going to the capital to speak to the royalty, but I'll also try and deal with your problem while we're there.
Thank you, Gylndan. Thank you. Thanks a lot. While I'm here, I don't know. I'm going to look into. I'm going to see what I can find out about Tiamat a little bit. If anyone knows anything or whatever. What have you been doing at Lone Hill all this time? I thought you would have gone already.
That's complicated business.
With you, Gylndan, I'm not surprised.
Oh, stop backhanding me like that.
She says it fairly fairly jokingly.
That's fair.
She's like, I'll see you soon, Gylndan. I'll be here if you need me. Thank you for sorting things out. Thank you for asking around.
For an old friend.
Sort of nods, and then she goes back into her room. She's sorting through some papers. Like right now, she's clearly doing some work for Mr. Sternglow. She begins rifling through papers and stuff, and that can be that. And
so Doc basically spends the night in a temple in like sort of penance, like kneeling on like a hard stone floor, and like once again back in the Lone Hill Apollo temple looking for answers. Why is it always here that Doc seems to question everything?
It's a lone hill, but lots of answers can be found. Is there anything else you'd like to do in the temple, Dokrumir? Obviously, I'm assuming spending your long rest there at the night, so you don't have to.
I would potentially question if it even counts as a rest, because of the amount.
No, technically not, because of the amount of
suffering he's going to put himself through.
Yeah, that's fair.
Praying on a hard stone floor and just sort of pacing and lots of I think he would be unable to sleep with himself.
That's fair. In which case, gain 1 level of exhaustion.
How do I mark a level of exhaustion?
There is a way I can change the character sheets to do it. I have no idea how.
I can just make a note.
Just make a note. You have 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
You have disadvantage on ability checks until you resolve this problem. You wake up in the morning, another fairly bright day. It's a little bit overcast today. Wind is particularly chilly, but not so bad you have to put on cloaks or anything. It's a bit of a change from the last couple of days. Where would you like to go? You said you were going to head to the capital. Are you going to make that journey, or did anyone have anything else planned?
I'm happy to make that journey.
Doc is
17.
He ain't doing much.
I don't know, I think I've still got the rations from our last campaign.
Yeah, I'm kind of operating under the impression I would have consumed those rations and then
bought some more, so
bought the
that's
equivalent
fine.
amount of new ones. And we talked about all the travel and stuff and all of that. So
yeah, so everyone can still have the same amount of rations they did last campaign. That's fine. And if everyone's happy to, you can begin your journey to the capital. On the road.
On the road again.
On the road. So you'll make your way. You'll begin to make your way to the capital, Lone Hill, over here. If you think the tower was by this lake here, so if you're going from Lone Hill to the capital, you'd go fairly close, but not really that close. I think the roads would sort of go a little bit around a lot of the lakes and stuff. It is, especially on Jakara, it is about a 2 days ride on Jakara. Could everybody please make me some survival saves? So we will start with Doc.
As this
if
is
you
kind
could
of
make me survival saving throws. Survival saving
It's
throws.
kind of on
so
you, Matt, to
survival
get a good roll.
checks.
Hey, I
First,
finally
you
rolled
have
above a 10,
disadvantage.
guys!
I forgot to say the DC is 15.
Fuck!
Oh.
Oh, so I get for being tired.
2 more, please.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
yeah, another one.
Oh, just.
Hold on a sec, Matt. Hold on a sec. Let's just do it one at a time to make things easier.
That's a 15.
Oh,
That's 1 fail, 2 fails, 1 pass.
oh, sorry. Oh, right. I didn't realize I had to do it 3 times.
I forgot whether we do best of 3 or first 2-3. I think it's first 2-3, like death saves. So if you just keep rolling until you get 3 passes or 3 fails.
Okay.
JJ.
Well, probably 3 fails. There you go, that's about that.
That's 1 fail. Mazzy, could you roll me survival? Let's take the 16s. That's a pass. That's another pass.
Ooh.
That's a fail.
Fail, that fail.
That's a fail.
Oh, no.
Fine.
Oh, my God.
Oh no, the ranger.
Oh my god, the ranger. That is a fail. To be fair, the DC is high, mainly because obviously you're walking fairly sort of past this tower, and there's problems in the north, and you know it's sort of dangerous anyway. If you think the base is around 10 to 12, so that's why I
Can't
said
wait
15.
to end this session surrounded by 2 kings of the crows.
No, it won't be that bad. It's travel, not necessarily a boss fight per se. Gylndan, could you roll me some survival saves, please? You can use your portent abilities if you would like.
We'll see how it goes.
Fail, fail, pass.
Do I want to waste portent rolls on? Nah, I won't. I'll just keep rolling.
I've got it.
Did you?
Pass.
Oh, did you re-roll your things you rolled at the
Yeah,
start?
I got 17s.
Oh, okay.
How does it affect me if I fail them, Ben?
If you fail them, not really. It's sort of about the whole group.
Okay, so we've already failed
So,
twice.
you've already failed 2, but obviously that's 2 out of 4.
Yeah.
So there will be different circumstances for how many fails there are.
This is a big roll here, Sam.
I'll just use one divination roll to pass it.
I mean, if
One
we're
divination
traveling
roll
over
to
a
pass
large
it?
number of days, how does this affect like divination rolls when we come to the end?
When
Because
you
these are
what
the
do you mean?
divination rolls from the day we set out on travel, but we're traveling for 3 days, is it?
I'm thinking for thingy's sake. So when you get to that point, I think I guess probably for the next encounter ahead, we will use the
re-roll them.
same thing. So I'm going to say no. So if you want to not use your divination rolls, Sam, go for it. So
But-
basically, so it'll go. Obviously, it's multiple days,
Yeah.
but obviously, I'm not going to have like an encounter for every single day you're there necessarily.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, no,
it depends on the situation. But for this one, I will say it is. You know, it's only 2 days. It is a case where if you wanted to use your divination rolls now, like say you use both your divination rolls now, I'll say you'll be able to re-roll them in the for the
The
thing
actual day a thing happens. Okay,
The
that's
actual
fine. Yeah, I'll use
thing
one then.
happens.
So I'll pass.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just curious as to how
right.
you wanted to plan all that, because
Yeah,
like, in a time like this, it's coming quite in clutch. We've got at least 1 pass.
yeah. So you got 1 pass, and now Oramis, could you please roll me survival checks until you get 3 passes or 3 fails? DC 15. Let's go.
Please, Oramis.
Do
Do good.
That's why I was right at the bottom of the
Yes.
skill list.
okay.
If that's what you're looking for.
That's
No.
fail. That's
Oh.
fail.
Oh,
That's
no.
a hard fail.
Oh,
Luke, that was like that
fails.
last siege game we
That-
played last night. Those were
Yeah. So
Doc's
3
actions are totally
fails.
distracting everyone recently. No one's quite sure what to do anymore.
3 fails,
Oh.
1 pass. To be fair, JJ, you actually might have passed. You would have passed had you
Not been exhausted.
not been exhausted.
This is what I get for RPing.
So if someone dies now, this is entirely on you. Joking, it's not.
If someone dies, it's entirely on you, the healer who used a lot of his spells.
I'm kidding. So, travel. You make your way out of Lone Hill through the Great Plains. The first sort of half a day, you set out. Say you set out. Yeah. I'll allow you to roll a short rest. So like expend some hit dice. Yeah. So you head out from Lone Hill. The first half of your trip is fairly decent. Nothing really happens. You're sort of traveling through the plains. It's very, very open. Like I said, it's quite windy. It's a little bit overcast. Maybe a couple of pitter-patters of rain as you're heading towards these hills, but nothing really extensive. As you get through the hills, I'm going to try something new here. Something I thought of today that I think might help engage people. So you will have ended up with 3 fails on a back road. That is the sort of setting. I'm going to roll the d4 to see which one of you explains to me how you ended up on the back road. What thing of events happened so that you ended up on the back road. Sam, you're 1, JJ 2, Matt 3, Luke 4. 4, Matt. What happened on the road to lead you guys? No? Oh no, Luke. What happened on the road for you guys to end up taking some of the back roads? You are not lost, but why, as a group, would you take back roads?
Well, we thought we'd listen to the ranger who knows the best way.
Matt straight up.
I thought everybody needed a more scenic route.
Who thought he knew the best way to get us to the capital, the safest route. So we thought we'd listen to him, and that's how we've ended up here.
Excellent. So
I just wanted more fun. It's got a bit bored.
I like that, shoving the blame entirely on Mazzy. I love it. So Mazzy on the road, kind of looking around the place, even though this isn't his favorite terrain, maybe thinks, well, got to train for this to be my favorite terrain at some point. I'll wing it. So I'll go, you know what? Let's go that way. It's a sort of side road that cuts off from the main road. You begin to head out on. And it is quite lush. It is very, very lovely. It is bright and flowers everywhere. And it sort of makes you... And for a very, very brief moment, you almost forget that it is... you almost forget about everything that's going on. You guys can chat, you laugh, you chill out. And it's sort of... And it's coming to the end of the first day.
Daddy, one of the group tells off Daddy too.
You are walking.
Another thing, I just turn around and just go, I know I should tell Oramis about this shit. Don't expect it from you.
I need you to back me up in these situations, not cause problems.
Which one of you would be on Chikara, and which one of you would not be on
It's definitely
Chikara?
not Doc, I'll tell you that now. It's also probably not Mazzy because you gave us good directions.
So far, they are good directions.
Mazzy is leading.
We don't know that they're bad directions yet.
So
It's a little bit like
should
we're
I be
going to
on
run
there?
into danger here, so...
So Oramis and Gylndan are up on Chikara. Chikara looks pretty happy. She's like walking around. As you pass into this hilly sort of area, you come into this bit where these sort of like it's almost like plateaus but with grass sort of go up. You can see Chikara like reaching for berries along the tree line and stuff.
Aww.
She's having a good time. Can everyone make me a perception check?
Oh, sorry, that should be a disadvantage.
Indeed.
That's 13.
13, Mazzy 20, Gylndan, Jesus with the 21.
He's got the height.
Very nice.
You can see.
Yeah.
He does have the height. And Oramis 12. Those are all pretty good. So you guys are sort of walking. Oramis is like stroking Chikara, like too busy like fussing with Chikara, and Dokrumir is still pretty tired. He's sort of like lazily walking along. Gylndan, however, is keeping an eye out. He is very, very wary of Mazzy's shortcut. And Mazzy is also keeping an eye out because he's very wary that oh my god, if this goes really badly, this is my fault because I took us here. So you're both keeping an eye, and you can suddenly hear this tremor, this sort of like, it's almost like a crunching sound. Yes, a disturbance in the force. This sort of crunching sound, this movement between beneath the ground. There is sort of like, as you're sort of traveling through, you can almost like hear it, and you can feel it following the group, like slowly. But then suddenly it stops. You think, oh, that's strange. But then it comes back again, and it comes back with a vengeance. And Mazzy, can I get you to make me a dexterity saving throw? Suddenly a claw, this sort of strange, huge claw, reaches up from the ground and tries to grab at you. You fail. Can you make me a strength saving throw as the claw tries to grab you and pull you underground?
Oh my lord.
You have passed.
Thank goodness.
This claw latches onto your leg, but you're able to pull it, like pry it free, and it sort of comes down and like sort of things beneath the ground. You can now see these like lumps of the ground sort of starting to appear as this whatever it is begins to move, and suddenly out of the sides of the road, out of these sort of big plateaus, you can again hear this crunching and crumbling, and you can hear this thing that was going forward sort of go up and forward and around to the outside, and suddenly there appears this strange insectoid creature, this huge sort of massive, almost like insect with like 12 legs. It's got eyes all over its head, like almost like a dozen eyes. These two huge claws and pincers that like chitter. Sorry. As it looks at you. Behind you, you also hear some more crunching. And another one appears right behind you. Could we all roll initiative? Pretty please. I have seen the time, and I'll tell you what, we will pick this up next session. I think is probably a good idea.
Ooh, we have
Let's look at the initiative.
Yeah, I think Oramis might want to stick with the
Let's do it
initiative.
now, so that we can just next session hop straight in. I can just say, Oramis, what do you want to do on your turn?
Was this a new day, Ben?
This was a new day, so you can roll your.
I got 2 17s again, so that's fine.
No, yeah.
That's a natural one initiative. That could not be more.
That's fan-fucking-tastic.
Have fun going dead last.
It's fine. I'm gonna be dead before then. Gylndan's gonna fucking fire.
Oramis.
You don't know that. Also, I've got until next week to change my mind.
Gylndan, could you roll initiative for Chikara as well, please?
Oh yeah, sure.
Go to her character sheet and roll her a little bit of initiative.
She's slow.
Oh wow.
She is faster than most of you.
Yeah, she's faster than Dark. She's about 14 times faster than Dark.
She's scoring the shit out of this thing.
Well, that is so. I've kind of figured. So Chikara, obviously, she's an elephant. And these
are you going to play her, Ben, or am I
large.
going to play her?
I'm going to say you can play her.
Definitely let Sam play it. Sam's elephant.
But
I'll try and role play it properly.
Yeah, but obviously,
Like,
you know, she's an elephant. She might be kind of scared. I might say.
Well, no, I mean, like,
just
not.
say make a
One
will
sound
save.
effect is one
Cara
sound.
got the flank. She went round for the flank.
No, that's fair.
She will just charge things and then probably run away if she takes a lot of damage.
That's fair.
Oh, I know.
Chikara's
I've
not
got
construct,
all
is
of
she?
this wrong.
No.
Just gonna, like, it'll be useful for Doc to know that. Fuck me. I got 4
Alright.
spells.
Mazzy,
That's gonna be fun.
Chikara.
Oh, that's going to be so fun next week when I've got 4 spell slots and no weapon. You can't wait for that!
Yeah, that'll be
Might have
the
to toss you your hammer.